Yeah. I got a little kitty here. When you're practicing the modified primary, okay, just for example, just to give you guys an example. In modified primary, between the poses, we just lift up and we take a vinyasa and we roll forward and we take our vinyasa. In rocket, we're gonna go to Navasana, we're gonna go low, we're gonna do some more abs here. Then we're gonna go into a Ekapada This is just example, and then take the vinyasa. So in rocket, we're layering in more of those transitions. We're layering in more of that abdominal sequence that you'll see in from Pilates. And in traditional Ashtanga, I mean, unless you're super advanced, you're mostly just lifting up, jumping back into Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, float through into the next pose. So that was really Larry's genius. And that's why people say, why I love Rocket, because it creates space for those creative moments in your practice where you're like, oh, I just feel like jumping into a handstand, or oh, I feel like taking it up into an arm balance. And the Rocket gives you that creative space. Okay. Today we're going to warm up with 3 or 5 sun salutation A's and 3 B's. I always do 3 B's online. And then and then we'll go into the standing poses. And the big difference in Rocket 1, or what you want to include if you're teaching Rocket 1, is Rocket 1, and I've made a lot of videos about this, is Rocket 1, we always go into the standing split, maybe the Ardha Chandrasana and the revolving Ardha Chandrasana, and then that gives you an opportunity to jump into a handstand. That can be placed anywhere. So some people that teach Rocket are going to put it in the standing, some people in the balance poses. It's usually in the first half of Rocket, but it can be anywhere. And so, that's also part of it is just having that freedom of saying, yeah, that is still Rocket, that is still Rocket. This cat is say hi, come here, baby. Look at this cat. So she was a foster kitty because she was on my porch for so long and she got sick. And then I had to take her to the vet. And they were like, well, she has to get adopted. And now she just loves being inside. But it took her 3 or 4 years before she was comfortable coming inside. She just wants pets right now. No, she's trying to bat at me. She'll be fine once we start the practice. So anyhow, you can save your questions, I guess, if you want to ask anything before. I know Sherry messaged me and asked, why does practicing Rocket feel so good? I would just say, feeling for yoga is subjective. Larry would say, yoga is for everybody, but Rocket and Ashtanga is not for everybody. And when Larry had a big class come in, let's just say there's 20 people coming in from the streets for their first yoga class, and it's a basic Rocket. There's going to be about, half of the people that say, I love this. And then half of the people say, this is not for me. And then that half of the people leave. And then the half that stay start getting stronger together. So Larry would say this practice pretty quickly weeds out the strong. I don't want to use the word weak, but people that it's just not for them. And so the Rocket does attract these very vibrant athlete. It's a more athletic practice. You know, Sherry likes hiking. Keegan's doing handstands and float through. You know, it's a more athletic type practice. And I've always kind of been into physical fitness. So, you know, like sometimes I have to take breaks from doing yoga, but I enjoy walking and doing other things. So definitely, I think it is a certain type of person that is like, this feels great, but not everybody, Sherry. So you're just lucky. You're like, oh yeah, I love this. Um, I couldn't do anything when I started Rocket Odette. I couldn't hold chaturanga. I couldn't balance. I couldn't do an arm balance. But what I liked about Rocket is it started to make me stronger as a woman. I never took a yoga class before that. We were doing dolphins and that upper body strength for women. I thought, wow, this is something. Because eventually I did get there to do elbow stand. But you know, a lot of classes they don't even really dip their toe in to start to get you stronger. So um, that's what attracted me to Rocket. And so you don't have to be able to do all this stuff. You know, when you're teaching people, you just gotta start working with them and start building them up until they get that confidence. Okay. All right. Enough talking with all that. All that. I just been thinking about Larry Schultz and it San Francisco days so much lately. It really was a magical time. So I would like to see that come back to the United States. A lot of yoga in the United. Yeah, please, please. All right, let's come to the top of our mat and just start that Ujjayi breath. I hope this mic works okay today. This is my B mic. So we'll come to the top of our mats. And we just want to create that rhythm with these Surya Namaskars. Just want to start with the Ujjayi breath at the top of our mat. Exhale, draw your navel in, start to wake up your lower back. Four. And inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Just start to move and breathe. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back to plank, lower and push up. Inhale, roll up, bring your toes back. Exhale, lift to down dog. Just start to move and breathe. Pull in your navel. Listen to that sound of Ujjayi breath. And 5. Look between your hands, and we'll just tippy toe forward. Lengthen your spine, inhale, and fold, exhale. Inhale, round down, raise arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale again, we go into number 2, reach up. Really feel the navel pulling you up long, exhale, hold. Look up. And step or jump into plank. And squeeze those arms in really, really tight. Inhale, roll to the tops of the feet, look up. Exhale, lift to down dog. Good, so just to change it up today, let's lift that right leg and just get some space in the hip. can roll your ankle. Switch sides. Roll the ankle. Four. And five. Inhale, step or jump forward. Good, and just start to, again, move and breathe. Fold. Inhale up. You know, in the beginning, we don't want to go as deep as we can get, okay? Reach, exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, number 3, inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Good. Exhale, step or hop into chaturanga. Good. Landing that low push up. Nice. Inhale, roll up. Good. Exhale, down dog. Good. So again, we kind of just want to let go and of what's going to happen next and find the present moment. That's the key, is just stay present with letting go of some of that anticipation. 3, 4, look between the hands, inhale. So engage your core, whether you're stepping or jumping, feel your core, look up and fold. Ground your feet, inhale, raise up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, let's do 2 more. Raise up, inhale. Really feel long in your spine. Fold, exhale. Look up. Step or jump to chaturanga. Squeeze. Inhale, roll the toes back. Exhale, push and lift. 5 breaths. Now change your feet maybe, okay? So widen your stance a little. Roll the heels out. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, jump up. Hold over. Inhale up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Do one more on your own, and I'll just observe your practices, what I can see, okay? We really want to connect to some of the Larry Schultz philosophy of the inner teacher holds the key. So especially those of you that are going to start to teach, but I think also as a practitioner, is really waking up those verbal adjustments, Keegan. So as you're going through this sun salutation, you want to pretend you are talking through it in the inner teach with the inner teacher. You're feeling, oh, if I spread my fingers, I feel it here. If I roll my heels out, oh, that could be a good cue. You want to start to wake those things up, and that's going to make it your teaching very authentic. Right. And we'll come back to the top of our mat. And we just want to slow down today. It's Sunday. We're waking up for the week. We did Rocket 2 yesterday. So, let's just take 3 breaths at the top of our mat and remind ourselves, just because we're practicing Rocket, we don't want to push ourselves too much, okay? 2, 3, okay? So let's bend the knees and raise arms. Inhale, reach. exhale, fold. Gaze up, inhale. Exhale, step or jump back into push-up and lower and squeeze. Inhale, roll to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we step to warrior. Right foot in, back heel down. Inhale. Good. Now lift Mula Bandha. Exhale into Chaturanga. So again, be easeful today, okay? So lower, roll, down dog. Left foot, inhale, step. Lift the arms. And exhale, flow into push-up. Look up, inhale. Down dog, exhale, 5 deep breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look between the hands. Okay, so now that we're warming up, let's practice a jump up with both feet. So step closer, feet together, bend the knees, jump, maybe put some weight in your hands, and then come down, okay? Yeah, good, Sherry. Yeah, Odette. Okay, and then fold over. Inhale, bend the knees, raise up. Utkatasana, exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Now we'll go a little faster. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Look up. Float to low chaturanga. Go right to your low push-up and then roll to up dog. Down dog. Right foot forward. Step. You can even keep the arms separate. Exhale, flow back to chaturanga. We're going faster. Upward. Downward. Left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. Widen your feet. 4. Pull your navel in. Drop your head. Look up. Inhale, step or jump forward. Fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. So let's do this next one on your own, and I'll observe your practice. Breathe into it. Good, Keegan. Nice. Lower there. Your chaturanga is right on point. You're not going too low. Good, Sherry. Keep working on your core. Good, Odette. There you go. Nice up dog. Good. Yep. Yep. Wake up those feet. Good. Good, Sherry. Good. All right, so now we get to layer in some more variations with the rocket one. So we'll come to the top of our mat. Feel the earth, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Interlace the fingers, open the palms. Start to fill up the rib cage with breath. Squeeze the legs. Four. Good. And just feel that weight coming in the heels. And then go lower, Ardha Utkatasana. We want to reach, you can separate the hands now. 3, 4, beautiful everybody. Bring your hands down and come up to Bakasana. So, or modify it. So if you're modifying a squatting position, so there's different levels of rocket. You know, some people in Bakasana might take it up to handstand. Now we do want to work on the jump back though, okay? So when you're in Bakasana, see if you can jump back into a low push-up, okay? Good, Sherry. Ready? Take it back, Keegan. There we go. Good. Lift the feet up. Good, Odette. And take it back. Good. Okay, so I just want to break that down real quick. Just so you can start to work on this stuff. So when you are in crow and you're starting the jump back, you want to think about a belly flop. Come all the way down. And that way you're not going to get stuck in that plank position because you want to drop low and that repeats itself. So go ahead and come up, Odette, and think about a belly flop. You're going to be fine. Yeah, practice one more time. Yeah, you're bend the elbows. As soon as your feet jump back, drop. Yeah. Because if you land in that plank, you're going to be pushing away from gravity. You'll be getting this by next week, okay, Odette? So, yeah, so cycle through downward dog, and here we go. Virabhadrasana A. Inhale, raise your arms. Good, start to breathe here. Four. Exhale, warrior B. So widen your feet a little. I like to really work on my legs a lot in these standing poses in Rocket 1. So that wider stance, dropping the hips, warrior B. Placing hands behind your back, look up. Bow your head, lift your arms. Humble warrior. And inhale as we raise up. We're going to straighten our legs. And now we want that shorter stance for Trikonasana. Exhale, reach to the right, lift the left arm. Look up. Look down, bring both hands forward into twisting triangle. So however you're practicing, we want to lift that right arm up and pull that right hip back, feeling that nice stretch going into the side of the leg. 3. I always like to come back to the breath count, and if you get lost along the way, you can always count your breaths. 4. And 5. And then we're going to exhale, hands down, inhale into warrior B. Parshvakonasana, side stretch, any variation that you want to work on. So binding or drop the right hand, whatever you're feeling. Parshvakonasana, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, look down, bring your knee to the floor, this left knee. So this is a modified twisting prayer. Bring your arms up and twist to the right. It might help you bind more easily. Take your right arm behind your back, working on the bind. Four, and then we're gonna layer in a rocket transition just because it's fun to practice. From here is the side crow. So if you just reach your hands down to the right, look at your hands and lower your hip onto the backs of your arms. So you gotta bend your elbows when you drop into that. Okay. So this is options, options when you're practicing. Good, Odette, in working on those twists. We'll take it back into a vinyasa. So it's right. It's kind of hard to jump on your mat. So just have to turn your body. And then we'll warm up with dolphin, forearm stand. So just warm it up with lacing your hands together. Good. So Odette, what I want you to do right now is I really want you to physically lace the fingers. Lace the fingers, squeeze, because this is going to help you build up your strength. Yeah, go ahead, set your forearms down. Good. Keep stepping in, Keegan, and inhale the right leg up. There. Good. So don't worry about getting into elbow stand right now. Just warm up your joints so you don't get injured. Switch your feet. Four. Good, Sherry. Good. And rest in child's pose. So just give yourself that permission to rest. And then we're gonna come onto our forearms or we're gonna press into a downward dog. So let's go to down dog and go to the other side, step the left foot forward, inhale, warrior A. Hold for 5 breaths. 2, 3. Every breath is helping clear the lungs. Exhale, warrior B, widen your feet. Drop or bend that front knee a little more deeply. 3, 4, lace your hands behind your back, look up, and fold your head. 3, 4, and then 5, and inhale, lift your heart up. Good, and then we'll straighten the legs, step in a little closer for your triangle, drop to Trikonasana. Look up. Press into the edge of the right foot. 2, 3, 4. Look down and bring your hands to frame the foot. You want to roll that right foot in and inhale, take that left arm up for the twist. 3, 4. Good. Exhale, both hands down and bring your foot back, your right foot for warrior B. And then exhale into that side stretch and then go into your own variations, whatever you did on the other side. 3, 4. Good, gaze down, exhale, drop the right knee. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, twist. Good, and then from here, it might be easier to bind. So you can take your left arm behind your back and start to work on your arms and shoulders. Good, and then we're gonna look down to the left, Odette, for the side crow. So you wanna bring your arms up, bring them to the side. Yeah, curl your toes, lift the knee off the floor. Yeah, and now pretend you're gonna drop your head. You've got all that foundation. Just go back to where you were, Odette. Yeah, set your hands down. Good. Lift your hip and lower to your arms. So you want to lift. Now bend the elbows, flatten the hands, lower. Lower. Touch your hip to your arm. Use both arms at first. There you go. It's coming. It's coming. So you can work on elbow stands, everybody. You can use a wall for this. Forearms are going to be flat. Look between the arms. Take it up. Good, Keegan. And yeah, take it up, go ahead, and then really flex your heels more. So like you're not pointing the toes. Yeah. And then just keep reaching those feet up. And probably by next week, you'll be balancing in the middle of the room. Okay, look at your thumbs, Odette. Lift your head. So not headstand, lift your head. It's okay. Lift your knees. Okay. Lift your leg. Now you can kick up like that for dolphin, like that, but now flatten the hands. Yeah, now lift the knee. Okay. Boy, you're brave. I don't know if there's a wall behind you or what. Yeah. So, the way that I used to practice the elbow stand is from headstand at the wall, then lift the head to elbow stand. So if you want to try that, Keegan, just go to the wall, do a headstand. This is going to be a little easier if you have your feet on the wall, and then lift your head to look at your thumbs. Yeah. So that move really strengthens all those little muscles in the shoulders. And you do that for a week, you're going to be balancing in the elbow stand. Okay. So, Odette, it's spring. We're planting seeds. Okay, sure. I'll watch you. Okay. We're going to get ready for rocket splits. So this is good for everyone to learn how to teach this stuff. Okay, kick up. Use your breath. Use your breath. Inhale, kick. Get in there. Right. So what's happening right there, Keegan? What's happening? Shoulder flexibility is pushing you out of the pose. So that's what's happening. That's why when she kicks up and those feet touch the wall and they come back down, it's her shoulders warming up. She's probably strong enough. So what's going to help is the shoulder openers that we're getting ready to do. Okay? You're getting it though. You'll get there, Odette. Listen, I'm working on stuff and been doing this for a long time. So now I'm like, oh boy, I better get back into my back bend practice. I mean, it just doesn't end. Okay, let's go to Prasaritas. Widen your feet and inhale. We're going to go to start with those Prasaritas. Reach up. Exhale, fold. If you want to just take the hands under the shoulders, fold here. If you want to go to inversion, that's up to you. I sometimes in Rocket One just like to hang out and focus on the flexibility. 4, and 5. And inhale, look up, hands to hips. Inhale, raise up. Grab your elbows behind your back or practice reverse prayer. Look up and fold. Open through your chest. And 5. And inhale, and up we go. We'll raise our arms. Place our hands behind our back, look up. Good, and then fold over again. Lift the arms off the back. Yeah, so I can see right there, Odette, this is part of your medicine poses, and really for everybody. It's just our society, just stay where you are, Odette. You're good. Stay there. Our society is, we're all, a lot of people, similar situations, tight shoulders from all the computer work, texting, all the things that we do, the driving, everything. So it's going to be a journey with the shoulders. 4 and 5, and inhale, look halfway up, grab the big toes, grab those toes, look up, and fold a little bit deeper. Maybe you want to widen your feet, and I like to put the top of my head on the floor. So I get that nice little crown chakra massage. 4, inhale, look up. Bring your hands under your face, widen your feet, and come down to your forearms. So we're in a Samokhanasana, wide split. Ooh. We want to face over to the right leg, so we want to roll that left knee down. Square the hips to the right, and practice front splits, Hanumanasana. Hanumanasana. Gaze up. You can stay here, or you can fold your head. Good, and let's inhale up and switch sides. Yeah, so just work it at where you're practicing. We kind of lift and lower. We want that right knee down. Good. And you can fold. Ooh, could probably feel it after Rocket 2 yesterday. I know I feel it today. Four and 5. Then inhale, we come up. Now you just kind of want to lean that left hip down, Odette, and sit in a straddle. So you're flexing, the toes are up, arms raised, and we fold at center. Good. You'll get there. You'll get there, everybody. Just keep on keeping breathing, keep on practicing. Four. And 5. And inhale and come back up. Side stretch to the right. Switch sides. Inhale up. Good. Bring your hands down, lift up, Mula Bandha Chaka. And any lift up that you're working on or transition. Ooh. Good. And then, so I'll just show you all this. Bring the soles of your feet together. So sometimes if, you don't want to do the lift up, this is make me bad lady. Baddha Konasana, just focus on Mula Bandha. So tuck your chin and lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. Four and five. And then we'll just do a regular lift up. So cross the ankles, squeeze the knees into the chest and lift. If you can get your feet underneath you, so let's actually practice that. If you have blocks, now for lift ups, you want harder blocks, okay? So there's different blocks for different things. I like the hard blocks for lift ups, so you have a good grip. It's called Lolasana ear dangling pose. So crossing the ankles, okay? I'm sitting on my feet. So the feet are underneath. Now, look how close the knees are. This is a challenge in the hips. Ready? Lift. Okay. You're getting it, Egan or Keegan, but yes, now just kind of jump if you don't hurt yourself. But I'll show you the jump, but I don't want you to hurt yourself. So if you jump, you're sitting on the feet and you jump and you jump. But you kind of have to make sure you don't hurt your ankle, okay, when you land. Yeah, that's it. This is gonna unlock a lot of arm back, a lot of transitions. Because when you got this, then you can get this, the jump through. Okay? Take a vinyasa, let it go. Let's move on. Downward dog. Jump into standing, look up, fold. Padangusthasana, widen your feet hip distance, grab the big toes, look up, and fold. Look up, bring your palms under your feet, and fold. Good, and then we're gonna roll up into standing, come onto twinkle toes. Twinkle. Good, and so now we're gonna practice our balance poses. We're gonna work on that standing split that I was talking about at the beginning of practice. So we're gonna start with the tree pose, Vrikshasana. So bring your right foot up, lift the arms. Find your core. Bring your knee forward, take your foot back, warrior C. And then bring your hands down and lift that right leg. Good, so stay there and then go into Ardha Chandrasana. So that means lift the left arm up. Balance on your fingertips. Good, Sherry. Yep, have fun with it. Bring the, yeah, nice, everybody. Good. Bring the hands down and take 3 handstand jumps or just stay in standing split. Good, 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 good. And then as you come up, so that's just fun, you know, it's just fun to get some weight. This is called weight transfers, is when we put the weight in the hands and come down. Eventually, we want to balance with one leg at 90 degrees. Ooh, something like that. Exhale. Let's go into the other side. So come back to Samasthiti. Inhale, bring your left leg up into Vrikshasana, tree pose, Vrikshasanas. Bring the knee forward and exhale, warrior C. Take that left foot up and back. Good. Inhale, come back up or lower the feet, hands down, lift that back leg, standing split. Look halfway up and bring the left arm up. Exhale, bring both hands back down and ready? Kick up, handstand. Woo. Handstand. Good, working on balancing and hovering with one leg at 90 degrees. Good, you'll get there, you'll get there. Good, and then we're gonna take our vinyasa, so just jump back to chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, lift to downward dog. Look between your hands, practice your jump throughs. Ready, jump. Pull the feet through and sit down. Good, we'll get there. Good. 5 breaths in Dandasana. Flex the feet. Pull the navel in. Good. Feel light on those sits bones. Arms up. Grab your big toes. Okay, so now we're going to the seated poses, Odette. Look up. 5 breaths and extend, forward fold. So these are very therapeutic after Rocket 2, these forward bending poses. So we just want to create all that beautiful space in the spine after back bends yesterday. Go as deep as you want to go. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, take your hands back a half a foot. Point your toes and lift, lift. Purvottanasana. Exhale, lower. Pull your feet to Navasana. Cross your ankles, roll over into Chaturanga. Step back, push up dog, down dog. Practice your jump through or just sit down. So if you're just sitting down, one way to get stronger is just keep working on pushing your body weight up. So bring your hands forward. Yep, just like that, Odette. Lean and lift. Good, everybody. Right foot folds into half lotus. So we're taking that right foot over. Okay. You can bind or not. And exhale, come forward. So don't worry, Larry didn't make us bind. He would say, okay, so, this is part of the rocket experience, is he would say, take your right hand, put it behind your back, and tuck it in your pocket. That was what he would say. It's so funny, his words, they stayed with me. Probably because I had to teach this stuff after being around him or while I was around him. So if you guys repeat what I say when I'm teaching, you can. I repeat what Larry said, so. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take your right foot, fold it back beside your hip. And we want to lean, we want the knees together. Reach forward, look up, take 5 breaths. So this is rocket style. We're in Tariang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So I just call it Tariang. We're in Tariang. 4 and 5. And inhale, come up. Rocket transition. Who knows it? So you want to bend up this left foot, okay? Keep the right leg just how it is. Bend up the left. Take your arm and touch your left arm to your knee. Start with tripod headstand today, everybody. That's going to be a little bit more accessible. Is to roll forward, set the top of your head to the floor, and float the right leg up, okay? A little more accessible. You can also tuck both knees on the backs of your arms. Eventually, we do it with the head lifted in an Ekapada Bakasana. Whew, I gotta work on that myself. Okay, Odette, now bring your knees back on the backs of the arms, slowly, 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 slowly. Good, now lift your head always before you step back to Chaturanga. Take your vinyasa, everybody, or just sit down. We're gonna get ready for the other side because we keep it moving, okay? Left foot is gonna fold to half lotus. Okay. Take your left hand behind you. Put it in your pocket. Exhale, fold forward. Four. And 5. And inhale and sit back up. Exhale, take that left leg, and fold it back. Bring your knees together. Okay. Exhaling, carry on, fold forward, lean into that left hip. So I just want to look at y'all's flexibility here. Keep those knees close together. Okay, so yeah. Keep rolling your right hip in, Keegan. You want that internal rotation. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Don't force it. Yeah. Yeah, if that starts to bother your leg, knee, just start using props if you need to. Good. 4. Good. Odette, you're real open here. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, take that straight leg, fold it in, you can come out if you need to, don't force it. Yeah, roll forward and work on tripod or Ekapada Bakasana. You can work on Ekapada. Good, Keegan. I love that entry there. Very effortless. At the top of the head. Tuck your chin more, Odette. Chin towards the chest. Good. Good. And then come down as slow as you can, Odette. Yeah, come down slow, Sherry. Good. Pull the feet up, lift your head. Reverse into Bakasana. So I don't know if you got that yet, Keegan. I'm sorry, I was looking at everyone else, but you know what I'm talking about when you go from tripod to Bakasana. That's a big rocket move. So you want to pull the feet together and then you want to push your head up off the floor. Pull in and push. You'll get there. Yeah, use your toes. Awesome. And then take that vinyasa. Okay. So way to go. Now we're to Janu Shirsasana. Jump to seated, legs forward, right foot in, seated tree pose, Janu Shirsasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward, 5 breaths. 3, 4. Inhale, look up. Exhale, let's sit on the heel. So lift and sit on your heel, Janu B. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Pull your feet up into boat, Navasana. All right, so now this is the first rocket abs, okay? So come back to your elbows. We'll do 5 leg lifts. 2, 3, 4. Roll to your back, place your hands behind your head, lower that right leg. 4, 3, 2, switch feet. Switch feet. So just, now this is where when you're teaching, you can be creative, okay? Cross the ankles, lower the feet, hold. Inhale, bring it up. Good. And now, tap your toes. Boop. Navasana. Boop. Handstand. Take it up. Ready? Take it up. Take it up. Take it back to Chaturanga. Now I'm going to show you guys some more transitions, okay? So now come back and widen your feet as wide as your mat. Lower down. Wide feet, curl the feet up. Bring your hands back. Inhale, roll your head to your toes. Bhujangasana. That's it. Pull the feet in, Odette. Pull them in. That's it, Sherry. Lift into a downward dog. Inhaling, and we'll sit. We'll come to jump through. Left foot folds in. Arms up. Exhale, other side, Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sit on your heel. Exhaling, come forward. Four. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Okay, now, this is off the cuff. Keegan, go ahead and just start doing about 20 breaths of abs, and I'm gonna teach what you're doing, okay? So come back onto your elbows, lift the legs up. So just listen to my voice, but I'm gonna watch Keegan. This is a teacher training exercise. Lower the right foot, let it hover. Pull the navel in, chest open. Yeah, back on the forearms. Go ahead, switch the feet. Good, it's okay, be confused. Come back to the forearms, Odette. Bring both legs up. Cross your ankles, lower the feet. Bring them back up. Good, straighten the legs, Odette. Bring them back down. Cross the ankles, bring them down. So yeah. Bring them up, good. Cross the other way. Lace or uncross, lace the hands behind the head. Raise your head, lower the feet. Lift the feet. Reach to the right, keep the legs up, reach to the right. Keep the legs up, reach to the left. Keep the legs up, breathe. Reach up, grab your legs, roll up into boat. Cross the ankles and take a vinyasa. Good. So what I wanted to show you with that exercise is sometimes if you you have a good student in your class, it will help you with your verbal cues. You look at their body instead of demoing all the time, and you're like, okay, do this, do that. And then, so. Good. All right. So now we're into Marichiasanas. Bend up that right foot. And we want a hand space. We want to wrap around that right leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. So we're squaring off the shoulders. And 5, and inhale, look up. Exhale, twisting Marichi, right hand behind you, left arm up, twist to the right. Breathe into your twist, let go of what's behind you. 4, and gaze forward. Good, and open to what's in front of us. Release. Take the right leg. This is a rocket transition that's optional in Rocket 1. Take the right leg, hook it on the back of the arm, lift up. Or Ashtavakrasana, cross the ankles, kick to the side. Or you could just do some abs in between your Marichi asanas. Good, and now we want to get another Bhujangasana in. So this is what we're all here for. So let's jump our feet wide apart, lower down, and then open up everything with a second Bhujangasana. Come on. Exhale, downward dog. Jump to seated. Whoop. Other side, Marichiasana. Bend up the left foot. Wrap the left arm around the leg. Inhaling, gaze up. Exhaling, Marichi, reaching your head. Square your shoulders, Sherry. Drop that right shoulder forward. Inhale, open your heart, which means look up. Release, take your right arm up, lengthen, exhale, twist to the left. Good, twist, breathe and twist, breathe and twist. Four, and five, and inhale, look forward, and release. And if you did the arm balance, or maybe you just want to do, I call it elephant trunk, lift up. Ashtavakrasana. Good, abs, because we did that on the other side. Let's just have a nice strong ending. We're almost got a few more poses, okay? 3, 2, and exhale, jump back. And wide feet. Third and final for now, Bhujangasana. So each time, the theory is we're going to be able to come up a little bit higher, a little more flexible in our back. Okay? Pull those toes in. Exhale into child's pose. Take a break. Good. And we're almost there, everybody. Everyone's doing great. Almost there. We're going to jump into Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Good. And you want to be sitting at the front of your mat. So scoot all the way to the front of the mat because that's going to prepare us. Good. Focusing on that Mula Bandha. It's going to give us the space to exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Grab your big toes. And now we've got room for Upavishta Konasana. Roll upside down. Widen your feet. Good, so inhale, we're gonna roll up. And exhale, come forward. That's just for one breath. Inhale, come up. Bring the legs together and roll down on your back. So just lay all the way down. We'll take 5 resting breaths. And then we're going to go into Supta Padangusthasana. So you want to inhale, raise the right leg up, grab the big toe, pull your nose towards your knee. Lower your head. And take your right foot out to the right side. Now roll your head on the floor to look opposite. Look over the other shoulder, opposite. Okay, so now we're gonna bring the leg up. And this is where we add in the loop-de-loo, okay? So what is the loop-de-loo? It's trying to get your leg behind your head. So I want you all to take your right leg, bend your knee, reach, and pretend literally, if you can, you want to put your leg behind your head. So you want to right your right arm, to kind of use that shoulder. And then we lift that left leg and we loop-de-loo the left leg around. Ooh, I need to teach this week. Woo, I'm feeling it. Exhale, release. Yeah, just so you guys know, I'm human too, okay? Inhale, take your left leg up. So remember humor, okay? Larry's philosophy had a beautiful little thing I made. Discipline and humor were 2 of his qualities, and generosity. Discipline, humor, and generosity. So those 3 combined. Drop your head, take your hip to the left. I would say you're not going to have longevity in the rocket practice unless you have a good sense of humor. 4 and 5, and inhale, bring that leg up. Let's go to that other side, leg behind the head, also called loop-de-loos, okay? So bend the left knee, work the left shoulder, and circle that right hip. 4, and exhale, release. Hug your knees in, set your feet on the floor, lift to supported bridge pose or pop all the way to full bridge. Woo. Come down and rest. And then the next bridge pose on your own or rest. We're almost there, everybody. We're just gonna go into another forward bend and a handstand. So you can roll 3 to 5 times. You all did a great job today. You can fold over into a forward fold, standing or seated. Yeah. And I know after Rocket 2 yesterday, I was really feeling that back bend today, and just wow. When we start to feel stuff, it means we're making some progress. Also, sometimes progress doesn't show. Progress can be maintaining. Good. And then from there, if you want to do a handstand at the wall or a shoulder stand or legs up the wall, just going to wind it down. Usually every rocket, we do a handstand at the end. When Larry first started teaching rocket, he only had one handstand in the rocket routines. Over time, as everybody got stronger, he started to layer in more abdominals and more handstands, and it became 3 handstands by 2003, 4, 5. But then after 2005, 6, 7, 8, he layered in 5 handstands. He was meeting the needs of the students. As the students got stronger, they needed more handstands. But when you guys are teaching rocket, really working on just getting them in one handstand, working box pose, we'll get them there. Okay? Good, Odette. Good. Look at you. Awesome. Good. And we're going to wind it down from here. If you want to take one more vinyasa, go ahead. Otherwise, we'll just come into a comfortable seated position. I put on a little warmer shirt. If you want to put on anything warmer, go ahead. We'll come into Yoga Mudra, sealing in the benefits of the practice, lacing our hands behind our back. Inhale, look up to your third eye. And really just take it slow for Yoga Mudra today. Look up. Bow forward. Inhale, come up. Close your eyes and feel the effects. Bring your first finger and thumb together. And let's own together. Inhale. Bring your hands by your sides for Upluti. Take it up. and then lay down on your back in deep relaxation. So we'll take some rest.